Episode 13. In a Flash. Canterlot Castle. Princess Celestia's private chamber. Princess Celestia is having a conversation with her sister, Princess Luna. Luna, Princess Twilight Sparkle is set to arrive with Sonic the Hedgehog, Starlight Glimmer, and Spike in 1 hour. Equestria's greatest cover-up is going to be exposed. We must do everything we can, Luna, to ensure not every aspect or secret is exposed. I don't see how it's going to be possible to minimize the damage. It's been over 30,000 years, Celestia. How is it possible that the ancestors of Prince Tully, 30,000 years later, can still bear cutie marks? Unfortunately, my sister, we have now learned that equestrian DNA, even after 30,000 years of evolution, can still allow Sonic and Manic to bear cutie marks. You do realize, Luna, that Sonic and Manic the Hedgehogs are technically part of our family. Yes, I'm well aware of that. So what's our plan? How much of the truth are we going to divulge this morning? The only truth we will divulge, if necessary, is the truth that our ancestors did indeed call the planet Mobius home. Clearly, Luna, we will have to tell Sonic that he and his brother Manic are part of our family. His ancestor, Prince Tully, married our ancestor, Princess Celestia, 30,000 years ago. I'm still in shock that after all these years, those hedgehogs still bear the mark of a pony, and now the truth we've been hiding all these years is so close to being exposed. I will make it known to Princess Twilight Sparkle during this morning's conference that nothing we talk about ever becomes public knowledge. What about Princess Celestia's diary? Where did you hide it, Luna? It's in a highly secure, well-trapped temple in Ponarabia. Not even Daring Do could retrieve Princess Celestia's diary. That's good to know. It'd be so much easier if we could destroy that 30,000-year-old relic. But Celestia used the elements of harmony to put a protective seal on that diary, thus preventing it from ever deteriorating or being destroyed. I sincerely hope this diary is never found. The secrets it holds, if those secrets were to ever fall into the wrong hooves, it could mean the end of Equestria. My sister, the biggest secret of all pertains to the elements of harmony. Don't you feel it necessary for Princess Twilight Sparkle to know the full truth about the elements of harmony and how they are affected by the Chaos Emeralds, since she leads the team that harnesses their power? No, unfortunately, Princess Twilight Sparkle must never find out the true power of the elements of harmony. Trust me, Luna, it doesn't sit well in my soul keeping a secret from her. But our ancestors fled Mobius to ensure that the Chaos Emeralds never merged with the elements of harmony. The Harmony Chaos Cannon is the most destructive weapon in existence, and it's the only instance when the elements of harmony can be yielded for evil. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance that we continue to cover up as much of the truth of our Mobian origins as possible. Rarity's Boutique. Rarity and Kareem are in the war room creating Rarity's fall line. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but you're doing an excellent job on those hoodie sweaters, Kareem. It's good to know at least our professional relationship survived your betrayal. Again, I'm sorry for betraying you. I really do feel horrible about it after everything you've done for me. I meant what I said, though. I only told Spike because he felt you pulling away from him. I thought you'd be happy being with Silver. I am happy being with Silver. Believe me, darling, Silver has certainly been the Prince Charming I've been waiting for all these years. I'm still feeling a bit sad that I hurt Spike with my kiss with Silver. So if you don't mind my asking, how's Spike doing? He's surprisingly happy. Oh, who am I kidding? You and Spike are perfect for each other. In all honesty, darling, I know you're going... I may have to rewind this slide. I know you're going to make Spike happy for a very long time. You've treated him with such kindness since you've met him that I'm not surprised that you two are together. I never treated him with the same dignity as he treated me with, and I took him for granted. Cream, I am so sorry for blaming you for my mistakes. Just promise me you'll treat Spike better than I did. He deserves that, because he's truly the sweetest dragon you'll ever meet. It's okay, Rarity. We both messed up and made mistakes. I would love for nothing more than for us to repair our relationship. I'm willing to bury the hatchet if you are. Cream rushes over to Rarity and gives her a hug. Now ain't that sweet? I'm glad you two made up. It's bad for business having animosity in the workplace. Applejack, please tell me you've come by to accept my business proposal. Sorry, Rarity, but I'm not accepting your business proposal. Rarity's shocked and her left eye is twitching. You're being so foolish, Applejack. This is a lot of money you're walking away from. Why don't you have a seat on your little red couch? Rarity sits. Comfy? Why, of course. You didn't let me finish. You see, I do see the money-making potential of this perfume line, which is why your offer of 200 bits per case is not enough, Rarity. So here's my counter offer. 300 bits per case, and we have a deal. 300? Yep, you're still doubling your profit, Rarity. I have my own expenses that I have to pay for making that perfume. Regardless, that's my offer, and I'm not changing it. I never realized how shrewd of a businessman you could be, AJ. I must say I'm impressed. I'm desperate for that perfume. Okay, you win, Applejack. We have a deal. I will need 4 cases each for my Manhattan and Catalot boutiques. When can I expect them to be ready? It's going to take about a month. Sorry, but I have to buy the bottles and get labeling for my product. There's that little thing in business known as startup costs. I can't start my business until I get that money up front. That's 2,400 bits, Applejack. Like I said, startup costs are a bummer. I can't buy all my supplies without it, Rarity. Applejack, can't you use some of your Sweet Apple Acres money to start up the business? I don't need to be making this here perfume. I make a healthy living on just selling and harvesting apples. Sweet Apple Acres is a separate business from Applejack's Apple Paradise. I absolutely refuse to use my family's money to make that perfume. I'll begin making the perfume once I receive your payment. Canterlot Castle. Princess Celestia and Princess Luna watch the X-Tornado land from Princess Celestia's chamber. Meanwhile, back outside the castle, Flash Sentry and 3 other castle guards are waiting to escort Princess Twilight Sparkle, Sonic, Starlight Glimmer, and Spike into the castle. Princess Twilight Sparkle and her friends exit the X-Tornado. Flash Sentry bows to Princess Twilight. Flash, please, we've been friends since we were kids. You don't have to bow to me. I'm sorry, I just don't know how to properly say hello to you anymore. A simple hey, Twilight, like the old days would be fine with me. But you're a princess, and you deserve the respect that comes with it. Why don't you guys head up to Princess Celestia's chamber? I'll join you guys in a few minutes. Sonic, Starlight Glimmer, and Spike head into the castle with the guards. It's been far too long since I had the chance to even say hello to you. The speech you gave about your team during the gala was really sweet, and if I wasn't on duty that night, I probably would have asked you to dance with me, because you looked stunning. I'm sorry if that was out of line. Twilight blushes. No, it's not out of line at all, Flash. Thanks. I'm glad you thought I looked stunning. My friend Rarity decided to make my dress to be a little more risque for the gala. I'm sorry I didn't come find you at the gala. If I would have known you wanted to dance with me, I would have made it a point to ask you. My date wasn't my best choice for a date. Oh, one of those types of dates, huh? Yes. Needless to say, definitely not my cup of tea. Sonic, Starlight Glimmer, and Spike are led by the guards into Princess Celestia's chamber. Where's Princess Twilight Sparkle? Oh, she's still outside talking with Flash Sentry, Your Majesty. Really? It's not like her to be the last one into a very important conference. Should I go down and get her? No, I am not in any rush today. It's actually refreshing to see Twilight Sparkle put priority on something else other than her duties. Princess Celestia looks out the window. These two are in love, and they don't even realize it yet. Back outside the castle. You do realize you're late now, right? Twilight puts her right front hoof on her forehead. Shoot! How did this happen? We better get inside, Flash. Flash Sentry walks next to Twilight. I'm sorry for making you late, Twilight. I'll take the blame if she gets angry. Nonsense. It's my fault I'm late. I really wanted a chance to catch up with you. It was nice to be able to talk with an old friend. Flash Sentry and Twilight Sparkle have reached Princess Celestia's chamber. Well, I hope the conference goes smoothly. Thanks for catching up with me, Twilight. I've missed you so much. Twilight gives a smile. I've missed you too, Flash. Oh, hey, before I go in... Twilight kisses Flash Sentry on the cheek. What was that for? Just my way of saying I've missed you, Flash. You should visit me sometime in Ponyville. Who knows, I may just give you that dance you've been waiting for. Twilight opens the doors to Princess Celestia's chamber and enters. Before closing the doors, Twilight gives Flash Sentry a flirty glance. So nice of you to join us, Princess Twilight Sparkle. I'm shocked you're 6 minutes late. Really? 6 minutes late? I am so sorry, Your Majesty. Please don't be mad at Flash Sentry. I'm the one who stopped to catch up with him. You have absolutely nothing to apologize for, my dear Twilight. I was just telling your friends it was refreshing to see you put priority on your own life instead of your duties. Oh, good. I thought you were going to be a little upset over it. Twilight, you seem to forget the reason why I sent you to live in Ponyville. I sent you there so you could make friends. It's because of those friendships your team, the Harnessers of Harmony, were formed, and your team was then able to harness the power of the elements of harmony. Friendship is magic, Twilight, so that's why I'm not upset for you being a couple of minutes late. I will never forget the importance of friendship. It was the most important lesson I learned as your pupil. With that said, I say we go straight into it, shall we? First of all, I want everyone in this room to swear an oath of loyalty to not speak of anything we discuss in this room today, outside of this room. Everyone agrees. I must admit, I was shocked to hear from Princess Twilight Sparkle that she discovered that Sonic and his twin brother Manic the Hedgehog had cutie marks. I never thought it would be possible that after 30,000 years, the ancestors of Prince Tully would still be able to bear the mark of a pony. Indeed, the stories of Princess Celestia and Prince Tully are true. What's also the truth is that our race, the Equestrians, once lived on the planet Mobius. The reason I know this is because Princess Celestia is our ancestor, thus making Sonic and Manic the Hedgehogs very distant relatives to both myself and Princess Luna. It's an honor to be related to you, Your Majesties. Likewise, Sonic. Pardon the interruption, but why has this been kept a secret? And why isn't there any historical records of our true origins? Our race of ponies have a right to know where we come from. My dear Princess Twilight Sparkle, some truths are better left untold. There were many wars on the planet of Mobius, but none more violent than the war with the humans. Our ancestors thought it would be best to flee Mobius once it became clear that the elements of harmony were no match against the humans' unbelievable technology. Princess Celestia decided it was in the best interest of the Equestrian Empire to ask the Echidnas, Knuckles' tribe, to use the Master Emerald to relocate all of the ponies of Mobius to this planet that we know as Equestria. I still feel like there's more to the story than what you're telling us. For example, 2 months ago, the night Mobius was destroyed and we all attended Princess Luna's emergency conference, Princess Luna stated that the elements of harmony and the Chaos Emeralds were never meant to be separated, which is why the Master Emerald chose Equestria as its new home after Mobius was destroyed. So what truths are being withheld from me? And why is it such a big deal not to tell every pony else about the truth of our origins? Twilight, the reason we can't tell all of Equestria about this is because we don't have any factual or historical evidence of our existence on Mobius. I only started learning about Mobius myself through the visions I was having right before Mobius was destroyed. Well said, my sister. My dear Twilight Sparkle, we can't possibly consider telling Equestria or changing equestrian history for that matter when there's no history to justify it. All the information we know is through Luna's visions, and I'm sorry, but I can't come forth with the truth without having the historical facts to back them up. I know this is not the answer you were hoping for, Princess Twilight, but we can't change history based off of Princess Luna's visions, Sonic and Manic's cutie marks, and their stories. In our hearts, everyone in this room is inclined to agree that indeed, our race, the Equestrian Empire, did come from Mobius, but there are still so many answers left to find before we ever consider changing equestrian history books. I strongly disagree, Your Majesty. I am the only pony I really hate when it does this. I am the only pony on the planet who has ever ventured to the planet Mobius. Starlight? No, Twilight, we came here for answers, not excuses to cover up the truth further. Much like Princess Luna, I also had visions of the planet Mobius, so much so that I decided to use my magic and travel to Mobius myself. There I met my boyfriend, Shadow the Hedgehog. One day, Shadow and I were out exploring Mobius together. He said he had a special place to show me. That place was the ancient ruins of what was left of the Equestrian Empire's palace. I saw everything from statues, artifacts, and your cutie mark, Princess Celestia, which was inscribed in stone of what was left of a throne room, I believe. Understand this, Starlight Glimmer. Luna and I aren't denying our Mobian origins. The fact that you saw my cutie mark inscribed in stone on Mobius doesn't surprise me. The sun that adorns my flank as my cutie mark is one of our family's crests. It has been passed down as a cutie mark for countless millennia. That's why you saw it at the ruins of the palace on Mobius. My concern is the elements of harmony and how the Chaos Emeralds tie into this whole equation. I still can't shake what Princess Luna said about how they were never meant to be separated. So it can't be just some random coincidence that the Master Emerald happened to choose Equestria, which is home to the elements of harmony. Princess Celestia, I lead the Harnessers of Harmony. My team and I need to be aware if the elements of harmony are affected by the Chaos Emeralds. The safety and security of Equestria could depend on it. Which is exactly why this meeting is officially adjourned. Why won't you be honest with me, Princess Celestia? You've never withheld information from me before. In fact, you've always relied on me, even in the most dire of circumstances. Don't you trust me anymore? This isn't about whether or not I trust you, Twilight. You know full well I trust you more than any other pony in Equestria, but there are reasons why the elements of harmony were separated from the Chaos Emeralds. It's nothing personal, Twilight, but there are some secrets that must remain that way. Once again, our meeting is adjourned. Twilight, Starlight, Sonic, and Spike all leave Princess Celestia's chamber. They walk down the grand staircase back towards the main entrance. Well, that didn't go over so well. Well, duh. Twilight, you're seething. What are you thinking? After everything our team has sacrificed over the years, Starlight, you think she'd be honest with me. Whatever secret is being covered up has to be huge for Princess Celestia to keep it from you. Sonic, is there anything you know pertaining to why the elements of harmony and the Chaos Emeralds were separated 30,000 years ago? Did your father ever explain that in any of his stories? Twilight, Starlight, Sonic, and Spike are now outside Canterlot Castle and walking towards the X-Tornado. No, I'm sorry, Twilight. We always believed that the reason the Equestrian Empire disappeared from Mobius was because humans destroyed them. In all honesty, I never knew the elements of harmony even existed until we came to this planet. Meanwhile, back in Princess Celestia's chamber, Princess Celestia and Princess Luna staring out the window, watching Twilight and her friends leave. You know, Twilight isn't going to stop until she exposes everything. Princess Celestia witnesses Twilight Sparkle hugging Flash Sentry outside. There's no need to worry, Luna. I have an idea that will take care of Twilight Sparkle. She needs a distraction, and I know just the pony who's perfect for distracting her. Princess Celestia glances down at Flash Sentry. A disappointed and angry Twilight Sparkle decides not to board the X-Tornado. Instead, she decides to fly off on her own towards the Crystal Empire. Starlight Glimmer tells Sonic not to worry about Twilight. She just needs time to reflect alone. Sonic, Starlight, and Spike leave Canterlot Castle and aboard the X-Tornado and head back to Ponyville. Rainbow Dash is hard at work teaching her recruit class. It's Dash's first day as a Wonderbolt's instructor. Her class consists of 5 Pegasus ponies. Lightning and Thunder. Lightning is the older brother by 2 years over his younger but more arrogant brother, Thunder. Hurricane, the only mare in the recruitment class, is one of Rainbow Dash's biggest fans and is very excited to be under the tutelage of Rainbow Dash. Hurricane is a very loyal, sweet, and compassionate pony. She also intends to push herself to be better than her hero, Rainbow Dash. Eagle Eye is the 4th Pegasus in Rainbow Dash's class. Commander Spitfire personally recruited Eagle Eye herself. Eagle Eye caught the attention of Commander Spitfire by his reputation as an unbelievable stunt flyer and being able to maneuver at high speeds through canyons and gorges. The final Pegasus pony in the recruitment class is a brainy tactician known as Tristan. Tristan, although not the greatest of flyers, scored some of the highest scores on the entrance exams in the area of tactical battle and rescue missions. Tristan's high intellect also caught the attention of Commander Spitfire. Wonderbolt's Academy and Ops Base, Rainbow Dash's classroom.
Hey guys, this week is a very interesting week of training for all of you. Our topic for the week is flying under extreme weather conditions. The exam for this week is really tough, but I have confidence in this group, like I stated yesterday when I met all of you. I want to be the first instructor to have the entire recruitment class accepted in as Wonderbolts.
Oh, please, maybe for the rest of these chumps. Yes, that includes you, big brother. Lightning rolls his eyes. Here we go. What? It's true, Lightning. Every pony knows I'm the perfect balance of speed, agility, and strength. That hurricane room is going to be a piece of cake for a Pegasus like me.
You know, Thunder, Soren's notes about you said you were arrogant.
Yeah, and?
Confidence is acceptable as a Wonderbolt, but arrogance is something I will not tolerate in my class. Arrogance is a trait that can not only get yourself killed out there, but puts the rest of your team in jeopardy as well.
Rainbow Dash gets in Thunder's face.
I swear to you, Thunder, if you believe that I'm a pushover that's going to tolerate your arrogance, you may as well pack your crap and get off my base and out of my class. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now, the hurricane room is not a joke. Everything I teach you this week is going to prep you for that room. For those of you who think this is going to be easy or a piece of cake, as was stated by Thunder, you will be in for a very humbling experience. The 5 of you will have 5 minutes each to retrieve 10 Pegasus balls in a room with changing wind speeds and directions ranging from 35 to 120 miles per hour. If that were enough, you'll also be dealing with the sprinklers, which simulates a pelting, blinding rainstorm. You must collect at least 6 Pegasus balls. Failure to collect at least 6 balls will result in termination of your chances of becoming Wonderbolts. Now take it from a pony who has broken pretty much every record there is to break. I almost didn't make it because of this room. I got my 6th ball with about 15 seconds to spare.
Can I say something? No, go ahead, Hurricane.
No, go ahead, Hurricane.
I can't fathom that such a legendary Wonderbolt such as yourself almost never had a career as a Wonderbolt because of this room.
I know it's a scary thing to think about. This room is capable of breaking all of you in a matter of 30 to 40 seconds. The pain you will endure and the fatigue that takes over after 30 seconds is something you can't imagine until you're in that room. The balls represent lives. 10 lives are at stake at sea in a hurricane, and all of you have 5 minutes to save at least 6 of them.
Sweet Apple Acres, Rouge and Blaze flying over the apple orchard. Do you see them anywhere, Rouge? Rouge spots Applejack from the air. There's Applejack. Let's give them their surprise. Rouge and Blaze land in front of Applejack. How's it going, Applejack? Fine. Well, look at you, Rouge. You look great in a Wonderbolt's uniform. Please, I look good at anything. Blaze, always nice seeing you. Likewise, we come bearing a gift. Yeah, but I want to make sure good old Slugger gets a chance to see it too. Where's he hiding? Nux? He's over by the Master Emerald. I was just going to join him for lunch. Y'all are welcome to have some if you like. I'm pretty hungry. How about you, Blaze?
Yeah, why not? Rouge, we can't stay in Ponyville too long today. We need to get back to base and get our next Chaos Emerald assignment.
Next Chaos Emerald assignment, huh? I take it that's the gift you got for us. They continue walking towards the Master Emerald. Rouge pulls out the Silver Chaos Emerald. Yep, fresh from Appaloosa. This will probably be the easiest Chaos Emerald we're going to find during this mission of ours.
Unfortunately, you speak the truth, Rouge. That emerald was the last documented emerald we have in the province of Equestria.
What do you mean by documented?
The night the Chaos Emeralds came to Equestria, there were lightning storms all over the planet. The lightning storms that were documented were put into a report that was given to our team. The bad thing about the report is that only 4 of the 7 lightning storms were reported, so that leaves 3 undocumented Chaos Emeralds that we have to find blindly.
It's going to be a difficult task finding the undocumented Chaos Emeralds, but as long as we have my Chaos Emerald with us as a locator, we will have a chance at finding all 7 of them.
They reached the Master Emerald.
Hey, Nux, we have some lunch guests joining us for some lunch.
Rouge tosses the Silver Chaos Emerald to Knuckles.
Surprise, Slugger. Wow, Rouge, nice work. First day on the job and you found a Chaos Emerald. Don't get too excited, Knuckles. We only know where 1 more Chaos Emerald is, and the rest we're going to have to find blindly. So in other words, it's going to be a while before you see me again. Here, Rouge, why don't you do the honors of putting this Chaos Emerald where it belongs?
Knuckles hands the Silver Chaos Emerald back to Rouge.
Are you serious, Slugger? You found it. It's only fitting. Besides, you're a close friend, so I trust you.
Rouge smiles and then flies up to one of the empty columns and places the Silver Chaos Emerald in its holder. The Master Emerald and the Silver Chaos Emerald glow together as they react to each other.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah, it really is amazing how magical these emeralds are.
Rouge sits down.
Thanks for letting me do the honors, Knuckles. It's my pleasure, Rouge. Well, counting your Chaos Emerald and the 2 we have here, that makes 3 down and 4 to go.
Applejack and Knuckles share their lunch with Rouge and Blaze and celebrate a minor victory of uniting the Silver Chaos Emerald with the Master Emerald. Sonic, Starlight, Glimmer, and Spike have just made it back to Twilight's castle in Ponyville. Sonic has decided to stick around Twilight's castle for the day just to make sure Twilight is all right. Meanwhile, Princess Twilight Sparkle has just made her arrival into the Crystal Empire. Twilight, now desperate for any answers she can find about the pony's history on Mobius, has decided that there could be a possibility she could find something of historical value at the Crystal Empire's Castle Royal Library. Princess Twilight Sparkle arriving at the Crystal Empire's castle. The guard allows Twilight to pass. Twilight enters the throne room. Prince Shining Armor and Princess Cadance come off their thrones. Prince Shining Armor rushes over and embraces his sister, Princess Twilight Sparkle.
Twily, what a nice surprise this is. Flurry Heart is up in her crib napping.
Lucky you, huh? I wish I had a better reason for visiting, but unfortunately, I'm here on a mission to find some historical evidence that could be of some use to me. I already know I'm out of luck at Canterlot Castle, so I figured I would raid your library, if that's all right.
Yeah, sure. I don't see a problem with you taking some books out of the Royal Library. Is everything okay, sis? I mean, you seem troubled.
I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to. I swore an oath of secrecy to Princess Celestia today during our conference.
Princess Cadance walks over to greet her sister-in-law and friend.
Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake, clap your hooves.
Twilight, what's wrong? You didn't sing our greeting song.
Clap your hooves and do a little shake. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Cadance. I've got a lot on my mind following the conference I had with Princess Celestia and Princess Luna this morning.
Do you want to talk about it, Twilight? She can't. Princess Celestia swore her to secrecy. She wants to borrow some books from our library. Why weren't your brother and I informed of this meeting in Canterlot this morning? Truth is, Princess Celestia has been covering up some secrets, and I happened to stumble onto some of the truths. So myself, Sonic the Hedgehog, Starlight Glimmer, and Spike were all summoned to Canterlot Castle this morning for a conference. The four of us were sworn to secrecy, so I can't share any of the details with the two of you. I'm sorry. Are there any of the secrets detrimental to the safety and security of Equestria? Not sure yet, at least not any imminent danger. You two honestly didn't miss much. Princess Celestia basically tried to minimize the damage done of what I already know, and to prevent me from finding out anything more. I really need to find some answers, so I figured I'd come here to try to find a book, or books that may shed some light into the truths I seek. Well, I'll be more than happy to escort you to the library, Twilight. Follow me. Thanks for understanding, Princess Cadence. You are family. If I could tell you the truth, I would in a second. I know. You don't have to explain. Princess Twilight Sparkle and Princess Cadence lead towards the castle's library. Princess Celestia has never withheld the truth from me before. The part that alarms me the most is that she's withholding truth about the elements of harmony and how they are affected by the Chaos Emeralds. She must have her reasons, Twilight. I'm not upset that you're here, but I'm not so sure how our royal library is going to assist you in finding answers. Do you think I should just let it go? It's like you said, Cadence. Princess Celestia must have a good reason to hide the truth from me. I think you should let it go. But I know you, Twilight. You aren't satisfied until you find what you're looking for. I wouldn't take her withholding the truth from you personally either. I mean, your brother and I weren't even told about this secret meeting you had earlier with Princess Celestia, so clearly she doesn't want us knowing about it. I wish I could tell you what's really going on. I hate keeping secrets from family, and you and my brother are the rulers of the Crystal Empire. You two should know what's going on as well. Princess Cadence and Princess Twilight Sparkle reached the castle's library. Well, here we are. I'll leave you alone so you can find what you need. You honestly know my library better than I do, considering you're the one who organized it. I hope this helps you, Twilight. It's been a while since I've seen you this rattled. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Thanks, Cadence. Princess Cadence smiles. Hey, what's family for? Princess Cadence hugs Twilight and leaves. Twilight begins searching through the Crystal Empire's royal library in a desperate attempt to find any answers she can about the mystery of the pony's origins from Mobius. As she begins her search, Princess Cadence decides to send a scroll message to Princess Celestia. In the message, Princess Cadence writes how upset Twilight is and how she's raiding her library to try to find answers. Princess Cadence also tells Princess Celestia not to worry. Twilight didn't share the details of the meeting they had earlier. Princess Celestia, now a bit agitated, knows that Twilight will not stop in her search for the truth and the historical evidence she seeks. Princess Celestia has decided to move her plan of distracting Princess Twilight Sparkle into motion. Canterlot Castle. Princess Celestia's chamber. Flash Sentry enters. You summon for me, Your Majesty? Indeed. Please have a seat, Flash Sentry. I want to apologize for distracting Princess Twilight earlier. I didn't have any deliberate intention of making her late. It's just I haven't seen her in a long time. There's no need for apology, Flash. I know you and Twilight have been friends for over 20 years, which is why I have an opportunity for you. Consider this a promotion, if you will. Princess Twilight Sparkle does not have a royal guard protecting her at this time. It's of the utmost importance that she does, and since the two of you have been friends since your childhood, I've decided that you are the best option to be the head of security and personal bodyguard for Princess Twilight Sparkle. I'm honored, but why choose me? I'm just a normal guard around here. Flash, you've been one of the best guards on duty here at Canterlot Castle for over a decade. I not only trust you with my life, but I trust you with Princess Twilight Sparkle's life as well. I know Twilight will feel safe and secure with you present at her castle. She trusts you, and trust is one of the most important aspects of your job. With all due respect, Princess Celestia, serving you has been an honor and a privilege. I'm not sure I want to leave my post here at Canterlot Castle. My family lives here in Canterlot. Allow me the chance to persuade you. How does 4,000 bits a year sound to you? That would double your current income, and you live quite comfortably on what you make as a standard guard here at my castle. You're Pegasus. How long does it take you to fly from Canterlot to Ponyville? 45 minutes to an hour, depending if I'm really pushing my wings hard. So in reality, you're not too far from Canterlot or your family. A substantial pay raise included, and you'll be as close to Princess Twilight Sparkle as you can be. When would I start? You'll leave first thing tomorrow morning, and if you agree now, your raise will also be effective immediately. It would be really nice to be around Twilight again. I've missed her so much over the years. I'm in awe of how great she's become. Yes, she has come a long way since her days of magic school. So do you accept the promotion, or should I offer it to some pony else? I'll do it. Princess Celestia smiles. Oh, what wonderful news. I will arrange a flying chariot to take you to Princess Twilight Sparkle's castle in Ponyville tomorrow morning at 8. Thank you so much, Flash. I know Twilight will be happy to have you as her head of security. I am giving you the remainder of the day off so you can pack up what you'll need for your trip to Ponyville. Congratulations, Flash Sentry, on this promotion. You deserve it. Thanks for putting your trust in me, Your Majesty. I promise I won't let you or Princess Twilight Sparkle down. I know you won't. Flash Sentry leaves in excitement. Princess Luna breathes a sigh of relief. Wow, I was nervous for a second there. I can't believe you pulled that off. That's only half the plan. Now we have to hope my hunch is correct and that Twilight is just as much in love with Flash as Flash is with Twilight. I hope Flash's presence alone is enough to distract Twilight and make her focus on something other than this whole Mobius cover-up. We can only hope, my sister. Ponyville, Twilight's castle. Sonic, Starlight, Shadow, Spike, and Cream having dinner off of one of Twilight's balconies. Shadow, this smells amazing. What is it?
Just a little vegetable casserole, nothing major. I never realized you were into cooking, Shadow. It really does smell delicious. Thanks for being considerate of us vegetarians.
What, Shadow? No chili dogs?
You wouldn't catch me lowering my standards to such a low, Sonic. If you don't like vegetables, don't eat it.
I'm pretty famished, so I guess it'll have to do.
Yuck. No offense, Shadow, but I'm going to raid my gem stash and see what I have to eat in there instead. Wait, Spike, you eat gems? Yeah, dragons eat gemstones all the time. Why is every pony shocked by it?
Spike heads inside. So, mental note, Cream, don't buy Spike any jewelry as a gift to wear as an accessory. I'm getting a little worried about Twilight. She's fine, Sonic. Twilight needed some time to clear her thoughts. My guess, she probably went to some random library to try to find some books to read or something like that.
Did everything go all right at the meeting in Canterlot?
We can't discuss the details of what was said during the meeting, but it was enough to upset Twilight. She didn't get the answers she was hoping for, so I'd say no, the meeting didn't go very well. Rouge and Blaze fly over the balcony. Mind if we crash your party?
Help yourselves. I cooked plenty.
Vegetable casserole. Nice choice, Shadow. Wait, you have had Shadow's vegetable casserole before, Rouge? Oh, yeah. Shadow and I were buds after you left Mobius. He cooked all kinds of things for me. Starlight fires a look at Shadow. Oh, really? So how much of Shadow's cooking did you eat after I fled Mobius? Spike comes back out with a bowl full of gems. Oh, Spike, how thoughtful of you to bring a bowl full of gems for me. You know how much this girl loves diamonds.
Rouge, wow, you look great in a Wonderbolt's uniform. What are you and Blaze doing here?
Starlight storms away from the table and back into the castle. Shadow follows her in. We found a Chaos Emerald in Appaloosa. We dropped it off at Sweet Apple Acres, and I talked Blaze into stopping by here. I was hoping to see my bestie. Is she around? No, she's not, Rouge. I'm getting a little worried about her. The meeting we had in Canterlot today didn't go so well. Twilight got so upset over it, she ditched us and flew off in anger. Congrats on finding another Chaos Emerald, Rouge. You're getting pretty good at it. Meanwhile, back inside the castle.
Starlight, Starlight, I can explain what happened.
You don't have to, nor do I care to know.
What did you expect would happen? I thought you were dead, Starlight. Rouge was the only one who ever took the time to comfort me after I lost you. The truth is, I officially broke up with Rouge a couple of days ago while you were in Havens Point for Soren's funeral.
So let me get this straight. You and Rouge were technically together up until what, 5 days ago? This entire time you and I have been reunited. You've been secretly in a relationship with Rouge too?
No, it wasn't like that, Starlight. When you got off that train, I was in a state of shock. I couldn't believe you were alive after thinking you've been dead for the last 5 years. I didn't have the chance to break up with Rouge until the other night, while you were away. Starlight, I broke up with Rouge because I love you. In fact, you are the love of my life. Please, Starlight, try to understand the situation I was in after you left Mobius.
I wish you would have told me about this sooner rather than me finding out this way. I can't believe we've been living together, rekindling our love in this castle, with you still being in a relationship with Rouge. Answer me this, Shadow. Did you love her?
That doesn't matter.
It does to me, Shadow.
Had you not ditched me on Mobius, I would have married you, Starlight. Rouge and I never would have happened, therefore it doesn't matter if I loved Rouge or not. Thanks to Knuckles and the Master Emerald, we were reunited here in Equestria. Isn't it enough I chose you over Rouge? Doesn't that speak volumes that I would break Rouge's heart to be reunited with you? Rouge didn't deserve the heartbreak I gave her, not after all she did for me after you vanished from my life.
Twilight returns to the castle. We are not finished with this conversation, Shadow. Is everything all right between you guys?
I'm going back out to the terrace. We have guests.
Oh, and by guests you mean Rouge. Shadow exits the castle and returns to the terrace. Twilight puts her bag of books down. You look about as angry as I did this morning. What's going on? Your bestie is back. She's out on the terrace eating dinner with Sonic, Spike, Shadow, Cream, and Blaze. I just found out that Shadow broke up with Rouge a couple of days ago while we were away at Soren's funeral. I don't understand why you're so upset. You ditched Shadow. Shadow thought you were dead. Rouge said that she was the only one who cared about Shadow after you vanished. Of course you'd side with Rouge. I'm not in the mood for this, Starlight. I came back here hoping to relax after a really lousy day of being lied to by Princesses Celestia and Luna. You, my dear Starlight, need to look in the mirror and blame yourself for Shadow and Rouge being together, since it was your departure from Mobius that allowed them that opportunity. You should be happy. Happy? Shadow dumped Rouge for you. I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for you at all. I feel sad for Rouge because she's the one who had her heart broken. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going out to see Rouge because I know she'll cheer me up. Twilight exits out to the terrace. Twilight, you're all right. I was actually worried about you. Everything is fine, Sonic, thanks. After that horrible conference we had this morning, I needed some time to clear my head and get some perspective on things. I flew to the Crystal Empire to visit my brother and Princess Cadence, and I kind of raided their castle's library. Why am I not surprised? Visit family and leave with books. And you, sweet thing. It's only been 2 days. Did you miss me that much? Blaze and I had to make a special delivery to Sweet Apple Acres earlier. Well done, you two. I'm sure Knuckles was ecstatic to add to his collection. Twilight goes over to Rouge and gives her a hug. In actuality, Rouge, we should probably head out. We need to get back to base and receive our next assignment. Rouge shrugs and stands up. Please sit, Rouge. I'm the Princess of Friendship, and I say Rouge has at least 1 hour break, starting now. If Commander Spitfire has a problem with that, you can tell her she can take it up with me. Fine, you are royalty and all. Princess Twilight Sparkle used her royal authority to get at least 1 hour with her best friend Rouge. However, Twilight was not the only pony in Equestria about to get a surprise visit. Rainbow Dash was now relaxing on her bed eating dinner from the mess hall. Rainbow Dash always kept in touch with her father Rainbow Blaze by mailing him letters at least once a week. On this occasion, Rainbow Blaze decided to surprise his daughter with a visit. Rainbow Dash's classroom. A knock at the door.
Come in.
Rainbow Blaze enters.
Dad!
Rainbow Dash puts down her food and embraces her father. How's my little girl? You look happier than the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I've never been happier in my life. What are you...
I read all your letters, Dash. I figured I'd surprise you on your first day back as a Wonderbolt. I also had to tell you something important. So important a letter wouldn't be proper. I know you've been going up to the cottage in Hoofsdale the past 6 months. I'm sorry I haven't had the courage to go up there with you. After I read the letter you sent me about you and Sonic going up there and wanting to refurbish the property, I got to thinking, might not be a bad idea to let you have it.
Dad, are you serious right now?
Yeah, I am, Dash. I've owned that property now for a while. I never could bring myself to sell it after your mother died. I always felt it proper to just leave it alone and leave all of our memories there for your mother to have. Dash, you've been trying for years to get me to go back up there with you, and up till now I've never had the inclination to do so. I want one weekend with my daughter back at the house where we lived as a happy family. Rainbow Dash has a tear roll down her cheek.
Finally ready to let Mom go, huh?